All right, it's officially dark. You ready to fire this thing up and hear your new exhaust?
So ready.
All right, what the heck is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are here at the HQ. Getting funny here. We're tuning JB's new truck. This is his new truck. Tell us about it. What'd you get here? You look like you just came out of a coal mine, getting dirty, doing your muffler delete. What is this? What do we got? What do you got here?
2017 Ford F250 King Ranch.
Okay, gasser.
Definitely gasser.
Nice.
100% deleting the gas for sure.
Deleting the gas. Yes. You got gas? Okay, so this one here, you obviously, it's 17. How many miles are on it?
28,000.
28,000. Awesome. I just got you that toolbox. You just put that in. I see you got it bolted in. And now we're doing the muffler delete on it, so it will sound a little better. Also, we're going to throw a tune on here and add 200 horsepower. Thing's really going to get ripping here in a second. He absolutely loves how my truck rides.
Think about that.
So yeah, they're over there making fun of me. I don't know why. You guys are cool. You're real cool. So yeah, JB liked the way that my truck ran, sounded, and performs. So obviously he just got the truck, and we're immediately doing it. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, I really like the two-tone. What do you guys think of the two-tone King Ranch? I'm also a big fan of the King Ranch interior. King Ranch interior is very nice. I actually kind of like that better than the Platinum interior.
Yeah, you ain't giving about. Yeah, I ain't giving them that shit.
What happened? You everyone done working?
What?
Everyone done working?
Lunchtime.
How do you like the magic of 3D printing? Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Secret parts. Secret part development. You ready to go do a first startup? Get all pumped up?
Oh yeah. I need a Red Bull first.
Yeah.
My lunch.
You ready to fire this thing up and hear your new exhaust?
So ready.
You pumped?
Pump.
She'll be putting right around 619, 620 to the wheels. Oh yeah. Guys, this is literally all he's been talking about since he got this truck. You need to wash the thing, it's dirty. You ready to rip the thing?
I'm so ready.
Alright guys, what the heck is up? Welcome to the next day. JB's right there. Right now what we're going to do is we're going to throw on his switch. Let's go see what he is doing.
Work. It's a dream.
Like my hat?
You look like fucking Pharrell.
Pharrell, what the fuck is Pharrell?
It's not mine, it's not my hat. Alright, so we didn't even get started on the job and we're already in a serious dilemma. Old JB was just up here, you know, casually standing at the back of the step side and let his wedding ring roll down the tonneau cover. Went in between the bed and the cab, landed on the muffler, did not hit the ground, and now we're trying to find the wedding ring because it's sitting either on the frame rail, in the frame rail, on the muffler, or somewhere back there. Real nice. Alright guys, so after that catastrophe, what we're doing today is we're actually installing his shift on the fly switch. Now this is the switch here. This one in particular happens to be a GDP switch, but honestly they are all exactly the same. Your number one concern is just lining up the wires. Purple will go to a certain color and black will go to a certain color on the actual plug that comes off of your fuel pressure sensor. I'll overlay that here. So literally this is a very, very simple install. I get a lot of questions on how to actually install this switch. A lot of you guys think it plugs in actually onto the actual EasyLink itself. It does not plug into the EasyLink. It plugs into your fuel pressure sensor switch where you unplug from your actual little fuel rail, and this is the supplied plug that plugs into that specific plug. You just have to make sure that you line up your pins with the proper color. We're going to go through that right now. Honestly, the hardest part is simply routing this through the firewall, because this is your actual switch head that will be, you know, on your dash, especially if you've got a switch mount that mounts to the 2 bracket bolts on the OBD2 port, which is very nice. Then you don't have to drill a hole in your dash anywhere. So yeah, we're just gonna get started. They give you the knob and a little Allen key to you know, install the knob on the actual switch. And my recommendation is to leave it all, you know, sealed up with the bubble wrap before, you know, until you're ready to mount the switch and put the knob on. So yeah, let's go. All right, guys, so we're under the hood right now. This is the actual plug that you plug your actual switch into. So this is your fuel pressure sensor. This gets unplugged from its position, and then your shift on the fly switch will get plugged right into that. GDP used to include paper directions in their kits, but for some reason now they went to an electronic install instructions. So you got to look it up on their website. All you got to do is just make sure you line up the purple and the black with the proper color wires on the back in the correct pin position, so they make sure that they, you know, come in contact with the proper wires. So now for under the actual dash, where I normally do it is I run it through that big rubber grommet right there that the main wiring harness runs to. I usually try to route it right with the big bulk of the harness, or you could poke a hole in it, but you don't really want that leaking. So yeah, I just run the wire through right there and then run it up around the brake booster and plug it into that plug. Very, very simple, and we're gonna get started. All right, guys, we got the switch ran through the firewall. We'll show you that here in a second. But whenever you get these switches, normally they set them, you know, they're already in a 5 position, you know, from the factory. But you always want to double check to make sure you have all 5 positions available. So basically turn it all the way to the left, make sure you're in the starting position. So that'll be tune level 1, and then you just simply turn it. So tune level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it won't turn anymore, so it stops on power level 5. So that's an easy, you know, it's set, you're good, you don't have to worry about it. But if you would have to, you know, change that, it's very, very easy. All you do is take off this little nut here. Pull off that nut, and then this little washer thingy here will also come off. And then you have a washer with a tab. There's a tab right there, and there's different positions on the switch, and they're marked. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1 through 5, and I'm not sure what it goes up to, but it goes up pretty high. And you just make sure that little tab right there is set in the position number 5 to not allow it to go past 5, and then obviously to make sure that you have 5 slots available for the tune. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to put this on our actual switch mount that goes on the OBD2 port. Also very, very simple. You line up the slot in the actual switch mount hole with the little locking tab on the actual switch. Goes through just like that. So now your switch really can't be turned in there. Make sure that tab's in. Put your locking washer on, and then the nut back on over top of that, and you tighten everything down. And your switch is installed on your bracket. Once you have this tight, obviously you want to put a socket on there, make sure it's, you know, a little tight. You don't want to over crank because it's just plastic. Give it one more check. So start all the way to the left. So you're in position number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't go any further. So you know you're good. Now this will mount on the 2 OBD2 port studs, and your switch will be mounted. All you got to do is put your knob on, and you'll have a little set screw to tighten the knob, and you're done. Okay, so switch is installed. We have the switch mount mounted, and the switch is installed. We're on power level 1. There's JB's job of the excess wire being zip tied up in, and then we'll show you guys up top. So here it is up top. It comes through that main rubber grommet wiring harness right there. Comes up over the brake situation, and then plugs into the fuel pressure sensor. And it turns out that here is the actual directions, super detailed pictures. So it's purple wire from the SOTF switch to the green wire on the sensor, and then the black wire from the switch to the green/white stripe wire on the sensor. Very, very easy. In this particular truck, it was the bottom all the way to the left was the solid green, so the purple went to that, and then bottom center was the green with the white stripe, so the black went to that. All you do is put those on the position on the plug adapter, plug it into your sensor, and you're good to go. We're done.
Let's go.
You ready to drive this thing?
Ready.
All right, so the switch is installed, tuned. We got your muffler delete. This thing's ready to rip. How pumped are you?
Psyched.
Psyched?
Stoked.
Stoked?
Ready to
We
rip.
can take the Chevy.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
So you're good? You're gonna go do some burnouts?
No burnouts, but I'm gonna go fast. Go real fast.
Oh yeah, guys, real quick. I'm gonna insert a clip here of JB's one burnout he did in his Cummins and roasted the transmission. So yeah, we'll put that. We'll overlay that here.